Good afternoon, students. The next experiment is to study frequency response of second order system. For this experiment, actually we have RLC kit. You can check here. Here actually these are the number of resistances. You can check here 0.384, 0.467 kilo ohms. So these are the resistances. You can check here. Okay. And the next row is for the inductor. You can check here 97.70 millihenry, and it is having some internal resistance 0.351 kilo ohms. This is 94.60 millihenry. So these three are the inductances, and these three inductances are having internal resistance that you can note down. And third row is for the capacitor. And here the capacitor is actually the pure capacitor. You can check 7.14 nanofarad, 5.002 nanofarad, and third one is 7.146 nanofarad. Okay, so we have this kit, and in this kit we can check here 3 rows are there for R, L and C. Okay, so what we need to do here, actually we have to calculate the second order response. Okay, so you can check here, this is the frequency response, and what I did here actually RLC series circuit is there. You can check here. Okay, so what I did, you can check here sinusoidal input is given across first terminal of resistor and the second terminal of capacitor. It means that the function generator is connected in between the first terminal of resistor. See here, actually initially I have selected this resistance only. Okay, 559 kilo ohms. So what I did, the first terminal, look at this, this is actually the function generator. You can check here. With function generator you can give square wave, sine wave and step wave also. Okay, so this is function generator, and the range of function generator, this is Aplav function generator, 10 megahertz multi waveform signal generator is there. Okay, so this is new version. Previously this was function generator, that was the old one. So you can set frequency here, and what is the procedure here? I will show you the procedure. Actually you can check here, this is typical magnitude versus frequency graph. You can check here magnitude versus frequency graph. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are calculating the peak value. Okay, this is peak value, and the frequency corresponding to this peak value is actually resonant frequency omega r. Okay, so you know that out of this RLC, inductor and capacitor, these are the energy storing element. So we are selecting the value of inductor and capacitor in such a way that you will get a resonant frequency, and at that frequency the peak will be the maximum. Okay, so see the procedure for this. Here actually in this procedure you need to connect the circuit as shown like this. Okay, so I have shown you, I have connected the circuit like this. See here, actually the first terminal of resistor I have given it to input. Okay, then the second terminal of resistor I have connected it to inductor. Okay, for inductor I have taken these two value. Okay, initially I have selected this two inductor. I don't know the exact value of L and C at which you will get a resonant frequency, but arbitrarily I have taken the value of inductor and inductor. So I have connected these two inductors in series. Okay, then the second terminal of inductor I have connected it to capacitor. Okay, and capacitor second terminal is going back to the input. You can check here, it is going back to the input. Okay, so the circuit will be completed like this. Okay, now this is CRO. You can check here. What I did here, I have connected the output, that is CRO, across the capacitor. Okay, I will show you the circuit again. This is the capacitor. You can check here, actually CRO is connected across the capacitor. So what I did here, you can check here. Here actually the output means CRO is connected across these two capacitors. Okay, these two capacitors. So what is procedure? See, first of all you need to give the sinusoidal input, that is peak to peak voltage, you need to arrange it to 20 volt. So initially what I did, first of all I checked the input of the function generator. I kept this knob at the sine wave, and initially with the help of this CRO I have checked the sine wave, and that sine wave was actually 20 volt. Okay, So that time I have not connected this circuit. So initially I have just given the 20 volt sine wave with the help of this function generator. Okay, then I have connected this circuit and the output, that is CRO, is connected across the capacitor. Okay, so what we need to do, I will show you the observation table. In this observation table you can check that input voltage is actually 20 volt, that is peak to peak sinusoidal. Just now I told you that I have selected. Okay, then I need to complete this graph for three values of resistances. R is equal to 500, R is equal to 1K, R is equal to 2K. Okay, so I told you that I don't know the exact value of inductor and capacitor. Okay, so initially I have taken, almost here it is 500 said, so I have taken 559 kilo ohms. Okay, then for 1 kilo ohm, what I will do, I will connect these two resistances in series. Okay, then for next to K I need to select the appropriate value of resistances. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to complete this three graph for three different values of resistances. Okay, so what we are doing, we are varying the frequency from, just look at this, we are varying the frequency from 100 hertz to 2 kilohertz. Okay, so how I will vary? I will vary the value of frequency with the help of this range. See, on this range you can check here, it is written 10, 100, 1K, 10K. Okay, so what I am doing, I am just varying the value of frequency from 100 hertz to 2 kilohertz, and I am noting the peak value here. Okay, see here, actually when I am varying the frequency, the peak value will change. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to note down the value of V0 here. Suppose I am varying the frequency. Here I don't have the that much span for varying frequency. Here it is from 10, 100, 1K, but intermediate values are not there, so that we can vary with the help of this coarse and fine. Okay, so see here what you will do, you will vary the frequency and you will note down the voltage. Okay, so what we are doing, we are noting the peak to peak value of this sine waveform. Okay, then Vi is fixed, that is 20 volt. In third column you need to calculate V0 by Vi. Okay, so the procedure is same. Again you will just keep the knob here, you can check here. Suppose I am varying the resistance. Okay, so just check here, I am just connecting now so that you can check the output voltage. Okay, so see, your output voltage will change as you will vary the value of resistance. Okay, so see, from this you need to plot the graph of this sine wave versus the frequency. Okay, and the result and conclusion you can check. Graph of gain V0 by Vi versus frequency is plotted. Okay, and you need to calculate bandwidth for R is equal to 500. Okay, so you will calculate the bandwidth. You know how to calculate bandwidth. Okay, you might have studied the formula for bandwidth also. Okay, for that you need resonant frequency, resonant peak, cutoff frequency, and look at the bandwidth. What is bandwidth? The range of frequency over which M has a value equal or greater than 1 by root 2. Okay, so like that you will complete these three columns, and for these three columns you will calculate the bandwidth. Okay, and here it is written that discuss the effect of increase in R on zeta, MR and omega. Okay, so once you will calculate this bandwidth, you need to calculate all these values. Okay, see here, actually I am not taking the readings here in this video because the video it will be bulky, but what you need to observe here, you can observe that output is sinusoidal waveform. Okay, though you are getting the peak, but when I will vary the frequency, the amplitude is changing. Okay, so you can check that how I will know that I am getting the resonant frequency. Initially the amplitude is less. Okay, then for a particular frequency the amplitude is constant, means irrespective of change in the frequency the amplitude is constant. Then again I varied the frequency, so amplitude is changed. So the point at which I am getting the constant amplitude, so I am saying that that is the peak value, and at that point I'm getting the resonant frequency. Okay, but for that I need to do the trial error. For that I need to change the value of L and C in such a way that I will get a resonant frequency. Okay, so this you can try with simple RLC circuit also by giving the sinusoidal waveform, and you can check the output voltage with the help of CR.